in the dictionary. Belief is defined as confidence in the truth or existence of something not immediately susceptible to rigorous proof. Not a whole lot of difference in those two processes. So what if we began playing with interchanging the words believe and assume in this process? So Fillmore makes this comment: you can eliminate or discard whatever beliefs are causing ugly, I wonder how he means that word, or unhappy circumstances in your life. And you can actually build new beliefs which will cause the kind of circumstances you want to take form. Very classic Unity. You know, whatever my beliefs, doesn't matter whether those beliefs are true or not, my beliefs are going to create my experience. So let's just change the words. You can eliminate or discard whatever assumptions are causing ugly or unhappy circumstances in your life. And you can actually build new assumptions which will cause the kind of circumstances you want to take form. Well, basically saying the same thing. So we're going to play with this. He goes on to say, we have freedom to choose what we believe, or we can say freedom to choose our assumptions, but then we are stuck with them. You know, you become aware. And see, that's this whole awareness. What have I been believing? What have I been believing about this person or this situation that I can begin to change my belief in the process? Freedom to choose means we are aware of what we are choosing. The spiritual path is all about your assumptions and how we are making those choices. And I've got my pages out of order. I'll take a minute here and put them back in order. That's where I got in trouble. They don't belong up there. So one of the things that I hear, and this is an assumption that a lot of people that are on the spiritual path say, anybody ever used the words or heard somebody saying, you know, it really takes a spiritual 2x4 to get my attention. And if any of you have ever said it in my presence, what do you usually hear leap out of my mouth? It's no. If you've had any experiences with 2x4s, and if you've lived around construction and stuff, maybe some of you have, you go, no. And you think about, would I want that for my child? Is that how I want my child to learn? No, we do not need spiritual 2x4s. I have a friend who did this wonderful affirmation, and I'm going to have to remember it because it's still lost. Open. I move forward in newness, lovingly, gently, easily, healing my thoughts with love. Open. I move forward in newness, easily, gently, smoothly, healing my thoughts with love. So we can do all of this through that process of love. We don't need and don't want, I won't say sometimes we need, but if we begin to make this positive assumption that I learn gently and easily, I can learn my lessons. Now that doesn't mean there's not going to be some difficulties in there, but they're not going to be anything of the nature of 2x4s in that process. You know, and people will say this, and some of you may be going, well, Carol, that's just using humor. Well, let me tell you, your subconscious does not have a sense of humor. Now, the divine obviously has a sense of humor. We can see this all the time in our actions, but our subconscious doesn't, and that's what we're working with. And, you know, again, this is something I've said over the years, and it wasn't so fairly recently that I saw this from Charles Fillmore, and I used it a couple of weeks ago. The power of the word has no sense of humor and does not recognize incongruous situations any more than does the power of electricity or gravity. So that's not Carol, that's Papa Charlie. Want to think about that, and you can prove it to yourself, that when you say things with humor, there is power in it. Now, you may not experience it if it's a positive humor. And I'm not going to tell you the story, but listen, I came up with this because I had experience with a negative result of using humor. So this would be one, assume that Carol knows what she's talking about. Or pay attention if you want to experiment with it a little. You know, the 12-step program has affirmations. You see it on people's cars all the time. I just love it. Easy does it. One day at a time. You know? That's what we're all about. Easy does it. One day at a time. Because as we go through this, as we practice, there's always going to be times when we're not doing our best, even though our intention is to be doing our best. So let's not take it personally. Let's not beat our own selves up. Let's go, oh, thank you for getting my attention on this. Thank you for that signal that comes up and says, oh, I need to be paying a little bit more attention. I need to be doing this a little bit differently. So we think about all of this. Why is this important to our spiritual process? Why is it important? Well, one of the things that Bob shared was he had peace of mind. What happens when our mind becomes more peaceful? When do we connect with God? When our mind is quiet and peaceful. Now we have this wonderful verse up here that says, somebody read that for me.
Peace still.
Peace, I am God. Yeah. I cannot know the I am God without being peaceful. So these are tools to bring peace into your experience so that you can be here in the now. You can allow, you can let go. So let's just try that for a moment. I know we did our meditation earlier, but let's just do a real short one. And it says, be still and know that I am God. Just breathe into that. And amen. We become aware of what our mind wants to do, how it wants to play, how it can keep us with making that connection. So take these tools, make use of them, you know, and then also practice. Assuming when I am still, I can make that connection with God. Thank you.
Thank you, Carol. That was a wonderful message.